त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा। आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला। जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला,
जगत में काहे के तू करते कुमारी। 2 दिन की मेहमान जगत में काहे के करते कुमारी। मार्ग चलते मोछ मनोरथ मर्याद सब भाई के।
कोई नाल जय है धन के घटरिया, कोई नाल जय है धन बाल के घटरिया, धन बांध के घटरिया, धन बांध के घटरिया, धन बांध के घटरिया, धन बांध के घटरिया रे कोई नाल चाहिए धन बांध के घटरिया। जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठे, हाँ जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठे, उलट गए दोनों नैन पटरिया, उलट गए दोनों नैन पटरिया रे कोई ना ले जाइए धन बांध के घटरिया। मारही सूता प्राण निकाले, मारही सूता प्राण निकाले, प्राण लोकाई खोटरिया खोटरिया, ओ प्राण लोकाई खोटरिया खोटरिया रे कोई ना ले गए धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई ना ले गए धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई ना ले गए धन बांध के घटरिया। चार प्रहर मिली काट उठावे, चार प्रहर मिली काट उठावे, फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया, फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया रे कोई नाल जय धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई नाले जय धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई नाले जय धन। कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु, कहत कबीर, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु, छूट गए सब महल उतरिया, छूट जाए सब महल उतरिया, कोई नाले दे धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई नाले दे धन बांध के घटरिया, हर कोई नाले दे धन बांध के।
परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। परमानंद का अनुभव कर, ओ परमानंद का अनुभव कर, तू धन्य बना जीवन। ज्योति बिंदु, ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर
Siddharth to everyone, as we welcome you this afternoon to take part in this Anteshti Sanskar for this dear brother, this husband, this father. Once again we are faced with what we call death, and it is happening so often, or maybe we can say too often these days. Yesterday news said, I think it was 24, I'm not sure. Anybody know? 24 people died yesterday. And then we're waiting now today to hear how many more will die. What we have to do now is to understand that we are living life in a new normal. See, all of us have to be wearing masks now. Sometimes when I come in this hall, I would take a chance and I would take the mask off, because here it's been sanitized all the time. We always keep spraying and sanitizing. Once people come in and go in, they keep sanitizing. So no matter what you do, I have been seeing that there are people who are doing everything correct. Sanitizing all the time, keeping social distance, wearing the mask, and still they get the virus. There are people who are fully vaccinated and still they get the virus and still they become weak. The point is simple. We are living in a different kind of time. Yes, we are told that there are certain protocols that we have to follow, and we are following those protocols. But added to that, we must make that surrender to the divine, that God is going to continue to bless us, He's going to continue to protect us, He's going to continue to help us through. And from what we are seeing now, this pandemic is not going to end anytime soon, because we are noticing too that when one aspect of the virus, some vaccine is found for that one, it mutates and it comes with a stronger one. And that's what is happening. It's developing itself and it's coming stronger and stronger. God is testing our faith. How do we respond to crisis? And the world has always been in these type of crises over the years, from creation coming. In every generation, in every country, in every religious background, there are situations where these things happen. Now the virus has taken so many people. But you know, added to that, wars. If you go to the countries, wars are killing so many people. And there are factories where they're producing guns by the millions. There are factories where they are producing bullets by the trillions. The factories producing bombs and fighter aircraft planes that can fly over you and drop bombs. Submarines that could shoot torpedoes under the sea and destroy. These things have been mass produced all over the world. And we are not talking about those things. And those things, you think that when they produce a gun with bullets and so on and all these, now we've seen the bandits in Trinidad, they have AK something they call it, AK-45 or something. It repeats. You put in magazine and it shoots out 100 bullets. Spray. And people, we are not talking about that. But the virus is here and it's taken up lives, many lives also. So we're talking about that. But we're not talking about what we produce in, we mean here, human beings ourselves, producing to destroy human beings like ourselves. We human beings are destroying human beings. And we're not talking about that. So it come back to the preamble when I was saying, we are living in new normal times. And many of us, we are proud of our achievements, our schooling, our education, our material gains and so on. And then one day out of the blues, you end up in a coffin. So with these words, we begin with the Aarti. And if anybody want to take part in Aarti, after these devotees are finished, you all can come and offer Aarti also. So as we continue this service, we glorify the Lord. Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare. Jai means victory. And in life we all know the final victory belongs to God. Regardless of what your religious disposition might be, whichever way you pray to God and you talk to God, at the end of it all, God alone is in charge. There is nothing that any one of us could do sometimes to change situations. So today as we commit the soul, Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare. Jab charo taraf andhiyara ho. When we look around us, char means four, taraf means direction, east, west, north and south. Andhiyara ho, we are seeing that, there is so much darkness around. Every country in the world has problems and difficulties. In Trinidad, many of us could still go to the market and go to the supermarket, and there are many stalls all about. You could go and buy food. And you can choose what you want, which kind, vegetable or any meat, or whatever it is you want. It is still available here. But do you know that there are many countries in the world where there is nothing for people to buy? They have to wait for some truck to bring a truckload of whether it's potatoes or rice or flour. And some countries in the world where it's so war-torn, they have to wait for a plane to pass and drop food for them with a parachute. So that when we look at what is happening in the world around us, we have to understand that we in Trinidad are in a very much better place. Jab charo taraf andhiyara ho, there is darkness, there are problems everywhere. Then what do we do? Lord, fir tu hi bera par karo. Then all we can do, Lord, is to turn to you and seek your blessings. Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare. Dukhiyon ko dukha dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो। फिर तू ही न केवन वाला हो, फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ध्यान करे। जय जो भी तेरा ध्यान करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तेरे दर्शन की मैं तरफ रहे, तेरे नाम के माला जपत रहे। भवसागर से मेरे नैया, भवसागर से मेरे नैया। चन्न में जय हो किनारा हूँ। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। श्री कृष्णचंद्र महाराज की जय। My friend, today as we mourn this loss and as we continue to understand what this life is all about, we have to remind ourselves that today it is his turn and our turn could come at any time. एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार. One day we will just have to leave this world, we'll have to go. We cannot stay here forever, none of us. Some of us may believe otherwise, because we are young, we feel we will live forever. And these days, the virus now is taking little children now. We have to be careful, very careful with little children now. So we have to be cautious about that also. So, जिनके लाख पर दीप बरत है, जिनके लाख, no matter how much wealth you deep बरत है, you have gathered. Jata wo haat pasar. Jata means when you go in, haat means your hands, pasar means to be open. You carry nothing. In our Hindu tradition, these pindas would have been in his hand, but because of the COVID, we can't open a box, so we place it on top, and later when they go for the cremation, they will put everything there and burn everything with him. जाता वहाँ ta pasar. Raja rank koi nahi chinhata. Raja is a king. Rank is a beggar. Raja rank, whether the king or no nahi chinhata. None is spared. Sab ke karata yahar. The king will die, and the beggar will die. The vagrant on the street will die, and the man who is living in the palace, he will die. High person will die, low persons will die. Veda Purana Granta Bahu Vidhi Par. All our scriptures, our Vedas, our Puranas and everything else, many ways they teach us and they show us about life, about surrendering to God. Bahu vidhi par. Many ways they tell you that if your karma is bad, something bad will happen to you when you die. The effect of the karma will always be there. You know, these days you've seen a lot of motor cars crashing on the road and a lot of people dying in motor car accident. You know why? You think the car just drive itself and speed itself? Many of us here are drivers. The car doesn't take over. Maybe in the future they might have that kind of car, talking about electric car and so on. But somebody driving the car. And then they go and the car will crash and they will die. Why? Because of their own karma, how they drive. If they take the time on the road and they're very careful and so on, they will reach destination safely. Every day you are seen. Yesterday I was coming from somewhere and I saw a white car, couldn't make out what it was. But the car like it hit the front hit and it both side hit and the car like a matchbox. Damage right or wrong. So that is carelessness. Carelessness. I'm not saying that if you drive slowly you would make an accident, but it wouldn't be so detrimental as when you speed in. Speeding itself is a bad karma. Speeding is a bad karma and it will have bad effects and bad results. Therefore, bhav sagar mein jivan naya. While you are living in this world, you are faced with all kinds of difficulties, all kinds of problems, all kinds of issues in life. Ram lagawe par. Bow to your God. Try to be friends with your God. Try to satisfy the dictates of your religion, your scriptures, and make friends with God. Let God be your best friend. And then things should work out better for you. एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार, अरे एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार। जिनके लाख पर दीप बरत है हो, जात वो हाथ पसार, जात वो हाथ पसार। एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार। हो एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार। राज रंक कोई नाही चिन्हत, सबके करत यहाँ, सबके करत यहाँ। एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार। ओ एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार। वेद पुराण ग्रंथ बहुविधि पर, वेद पुराण ग्रंथ बहु विधि पर। कोई न पावत पार, कोई न पावत पार। एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार, रे एक दिन छूटी। भवसागर में हो जीवन नैया हो। राम लगावे पार, राम लगावे पार, एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार, एक दिन छूटी, अरे एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार, एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार. My friends, at this point in this service, we will leave it a bit open if anybody want to say a few words on behalf of the deceased or the family. If anybody interested, please. You have anybody to say anything? Yeah, come.
What does this mean? What does this mean? Om Sat
Sadgati, that will find peace in the hereafter.
Good afternoon, everyone. Om Sadgati, flying with the angels, gone too soon. O'Neil Ramsingh, sunrise 10th of June, 1975. Sunset, 18 November 2021. Husband of Gita Ramsingh, father of Liam. Okay. I'll start over. Om Sadgati, flying with the angels, gone too soon. O'Neil Ramsingh, sunrise 10th of June 1975, sunset 18 November 2021. Husband of Gita Ramsingh, father of Liam. Neil was the son of the late Samuel Ramsingh and son of Sanurdei, son-in-law of Rudal Singh and the late Rohini Singh, brother of Clive Ramsingh, Sheila Guman Singh, Shirley Maharaj, Perry Ramsingh, Marilyn Suraj, Anne-Marie Gangabisoon, and Carol Chan. Brother-in-law of Ashe, Wayne, Nicholas, Indar, Kim, Visham, Shabinath, Kima, the late Rupnarayan Suraj, fondly called Nako, and the late Camille Ramsingh. Uncle of Narad, Sanjay, Parvi, Safa, Casey, Indira, Shivani, Kevin, Adrian, Brian, Josh, Siddiq, and the late Saeed Ramsingh. Neil was born on the 10th of June 1975 to the late Samuel Ramsingh and Deya at 203 Eastern Main Road in Barataria. As a child, he was playful and mischievous. When friends came home, he used to run them around the house. Neil also became an uncle at a very tender age and enjoyed a wonderful privilege of growing up with his nieces and nephews. He would jokingly tell them they would sell doubles, but that was his way of telling them to study hard and get a proper education. He attended the Barataria RC school, then went to Sawa Secondary School, where he completed and obtained his CXC passes. He joined the civil service and worked at WASA. While there, he continued his studies and obtained his master's at School of Higher Education, attaining and achieving more academic success. Neil and Gita were married in 2007, and they have a son, Liam, who's now 8 years old. They were his life. Neil loved family. He was a very quiet, loving, kind, sharing person to all. He was a gentle soul. Neil remains a cousin and a friend to many. He remains a cousin and a friend and a father and a husband and a brother to many. Special mention is, I have been asked to make special mention of the following families: the Mahabirs, the Gobins, the Arjuns, the Rajkumars, and the Suraj families. One of Neil's nieces has also done a wonderful tribute to him, and this is going to be read by a cousin, also a nephew of Neil, Josh Jan.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. This is a speech from some words from my cousin Indira J. I think I can speak for all us cousins when I say that Neil was more than just an uncle to us. It was mostly attributed to his age. He was closer in age to us than his own siblings. We didn't even call him uncle, just Neil. Going to Nanny's was a treat when Neil was home. He would play hide and seek with us, scavenge for coins to buy Palette and Nutty Royal from the gas station, and sometimes even KFC. He never wanted us to play his Atari station and Atari though, but sometimes he let us play Space Invaders because Nana yelled at him. When Nana was alive, him and Neil were inseparable. I fondly remember going to Maracas Beach with them in Nana's gray Jeep, then going to the Queen's Park Savannah every Sunday to ride his black bike or fly kite. Then we would stop for ice cream cones on the way back from home. He also taught me most of what I know about cricket. We used to play in the long corridor and broke many light bulbs, or sometimes play by the steps. He taught me how to play sweep and how to bowl spin, and we used to use a cork ball too. He said the wind ball was for wussies. He wasn't all fun and games. He always reminded us about the importance of school and studying. It was because of him I chose science. He said business was a waste of time. I used to go to him for help with my chemistry homework. He loved chemistry and always happy to sit and explain. If he didn't see us studying, he would joke and say, "We will sell doubles or nuts on the highway." There's so much more I can say, but I would like to close on this. I think his biggest achievement was his family. I can honestly say, seeing him with Gita and Liam, he looked the happiest and most content. Looking after Nani into her old age after Nana passed, as he always said, was his duty. Now she has outlived him. O'Neil, we will miss you, but you have left us with a lot of wonderful memories that make us smile at the thought of you. Until we meet again, regards, Indira Jain. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else want to add, make a contribution? If you want to offer a song, a word of prayer, anything on behalf of the deceased. Anybody? We read a couple slokas of Bhagavad Gita, and today we read from chapter 7, and we begin with slok number 26. In this slok number 26, the Lord is saying that He knows our past. He knows also our present, and He also knows what our future would be. What does He mean? He means that what happened to us many years ago, many lifetimes before, according to Hindu teachings, as we believe in a transmigration of the soul, the Lord knows that, but we don't know it. What is happening to us today with life and death and health and wellness and all relations and so on, God knows about that presenting. Many of us don't even know that. And what is going to happen to us tomorrow and the day after and next week and next month and everything else? God already knows that, but we don't know. So in this slok, He's saying, I know your past, I know your present, I know also what will happen to you in the future. In the next slok, we listen. Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Om Sri Krishna Sharanam. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Om. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Om. Iksha dvesha samutena dvandva mohana bharata sarva bhutani samoham sargeyanti param tapa. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Om. In this slok we have been told, by the delusions of the pairs of opposites rising from desire and aversions, all beings, O Arjun, are subject to the illusions of birth. When we're born as a little baby, If a mother breastfeeds us, so she puts a little nipple into our mouth, we enjoy because we are hungry and we drink the milk. But you know, after a few days, maybe a week, a month, sometimes the baby begins to reject the milk that you put in the nipple. And as that baby gets older and starts to eat food, in a very quick time, it doesn't eat everything you feed it. Some things it will take and spit it out. All little children do that. And as the child gets a little bit older, it starts to make demands now. I want this and I don't want that, and I want the other thing and I don't want that. All of us went through that, and all of us have children. We have grandchildren, and we know what it is like. And that is where the delusion comes. And the same child, when the child gets a little bit older, just how it spits out the food and spits out the milk and everything else, it starts spitting out other things too. Words of hate and words of anger and words of acrimony. The same child that you spend so much time, as the mother would say, labor pains and everything else. And that child will start to hate you, and that child will start to misbehave. You know why? Because of what this sloka of Bhagavad Gita is telling us. Aversions, the illusions that we have. We believe too much that I am this and I am that and I am the other thing. A little child, you bring them up, you make them to a youth, to a teenager and so on. Make them into an adult. And when you get old, well, this young man didn't have the opportunity to live to get really old to see what will happen and how you'll be treated. But everywhere you go, I deal with it on a daily basis sometimes. Only yesterday, while I was in a funeral somewhere on the northern side, a lady called me to tell me, say, Baba, these children go kill me, you know. I said, how is that? He said, them boy and the 3 sons and the 2 daughters, them only one, the lady is 79 years old. Right in Central, I wouldn't say which area. And from time to time she would call, but yesterday like she was fed up. So I said, listen, I'm in a funeral right now, you'll have to call me back. He said, when I could call you? Well, I didn't want to go to sleep with people thing in my head, so I said, call me in the morning. So she called me this morning and she talking, and he said, Baba, and they're drinking punch and rum, you know. I said, really? She said, and they're chasing with stag, you know. I said, Leo Jahanda, that's the problem right there. I had cause to tell a lady sometime, oh, the same lady I told this. I said, sister, what I will tell you. You make children, but you don't make their mind. You make the children, but you don't make their mind. You train them, and as I was explaining to you, from youth growing up, you start to give in to their delusions and their want. If you cook bhaji and them want that, you go and you buy KFC for them. If you make dal and rice and bhaji in the house and them want that, you're going to order pizza for them. You know what you are doing when you do that? A long time when I was a little boy growing up, dal rice and bhaji was a Sunday delicacy. And in the week morning, sada roti and bodhi, sada roti and pumpkin, sada roti and tomatoes choka, sada roti and baigan choka. And most times, my mother had a little kitchen garden and she picked right there. We used to have enough to give to the neighbors too. So my friends, I go back again to the preamble. We are living in different times. None of us want to plant anything. We want to go to the market and say, boy, things are there, things expensive in the market, boy. Things expensive in the market because you're not planting. If all of us plant, the prices in the market will go down and you will have for yourself. So this is the delusion we are facing. So he says here, there are pairs of opposites, heat and cold, up and down, love and hate. Among the pairs of opposites, the foremost and most lasting one is the one pertaining to life and death. Where life is its counterpart, meaning birth, death should necessarily be. So once you're born, you will die. The existence of one to the exclusion of the other is impossible. The birth and death must be there. From birth until death, the space in between is life. All over here, we are in life. The gentleman was in birth, and now he's in death. He's no longer in the space. What we are occupying life, but he is in death, so his time has gone. So then what? What do we do? Death may at any moment swoop down and swallow us up. At any moment. Not only because of the COVID pandemic, but generally, death could take you. You could be walking, you could be on your bed, you could be flying in an aeroplane, you could be on a submarine under the sea. Death will come. I don't know how many of you saw that shooting of the prison officer holding his 3-year-old daughter's hand. That was heart-wrenching, you know. When you look at that, a 3-year-old child standing with the father, and this car just pulls up and shot him. That is what we have come to. That is the illusion and the delusion that we are speaking about in Bhagavad Gita. Somewhere in Trinidad, I believe we have the most churches and temples and mosques and shrines and everything else. We have the most religious dispositions. We have Hindus, we have Muslims, we have Baha'i, we have Orisha, we have Baptists, we have the Christians, everybody. We have so much of that. And still we are feeling, when we see something like what happened when that little child, when the father was shot, for those of you who saw it, and he fell on the ground, the child started to run like she get mad. She run across the road, and if something was coming, she could have gotten knocked down too. You know what trauma she has now for the rest of her life, a 3-year-old. You know many sleepless nights she would have, you know how traumatic that is for her? What have we done as a society to our people? This morning, I was talking to Abbess German Jordan from the Triune Shouter Baptist Church, and she was angry of all that is happening in this society. We are all part of the interreligious organization together, and she was upset to see what was happening in the society. Yesterday I was speaking to Mother Mary Ford. She also is from the Triune Shouter Baptist Church. She's from Princestown. Abbess German Jordan is from Belmont and Port of Spain. And all of us, we work together trying to harmonize the society. So we sing one more slok. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Isam tu antagatam papam Jnanam punya karamana te vande aratu rikta bhajanti arjuna. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Om. In this final slok that we read, slok number 28, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, he says, but those men of virtuous deeds, whose sins have come to an end, and who are freed from the delusion of the pairs of opposites, that's what I was talking about before, and they worship me, remaining steadfast in their vows, their commitment to their religious dispositions and belief, they come to me when they reach the end. So my friends, while we are living in this world, what do we want to achieve? When we die, where do we want to go? What do we want to see and what do we want to feel? So today, we give thanks for his life and ask that God's blessings will be with his soul in the hereafter, and God's blessings will be with members of the family and with all of us who would have taken time out to join with his family today. May we all stand at this time as we come almost to the end. Betty, you can pass these roses out, and there are some other flowers, Betty, you all can take, and we can you can just hold the flowers, and after we close, you can just come and you offer it. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Om. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Om. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Okay. All right, so we bow our heads and we pray. If this father, this husband, this friend of so many of us, uncle as the young man was saying, if he would have caused any hurt, any pain, any kind of disturbance to any one of us while we were here, we forgive him at this time. And we ask that his soul should go in peace, and his soul should rest in peace. We forgive him for any kind of difficult situation he may have placed us in. And on the other hand, if we in our way would have caused him any kind of difficulties while he was living, we ask also that he forgives us as we send him on his way. From this valley they say you are going, we will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you will live in the sunshine and taking the pathways of ice. It's a long time, you know, we have been waiting for the words that you never did say. Now, alas, all our fond hopes are vanished, for they say you are going away. From this valley they say you are going, we will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you will live in the sunshine and taking the pathways of ice. Now the time has come when you must leave us. You must go where the Lord has called you. Do not ever forget us, your loved ones. To you we have always been true. From this valley they say you are going. We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you are leaving the sunshine and taking the pathways of wine. Om Anadhino Vigano Deva Shankachakra Akshayaha Pundarikaksha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava Preta Moksha Prado Bhava Preta Moksha Prado Bhava. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorema Amritam Gamaya. Om Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Saka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Om Namo Paramatmane Namaha. These devotees have brought us to the end of this afternoon service. But you all can offer a rose on the box now, all the flowers you have. And from here, Gurus will take over, the agency will take over, and they will guide you through. Okay? Go. But when you go there,
प्रभु की प्राप्ति का मूल मंत्र है संपूर्ण समर्पण। है आत्मा चल प्रभु को सौंप दे तू सारा जीवन। देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे। कर ले अभिवादन ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा। अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। परमानंद का अनुभव करो, परमानंद अब चल कर ले मिलन। ज्योति बिंदु के प्रेम सिंधु में चल आज निहाले, परम पिता का प्रेम पात्र बन कर तू शुभ वर पाले। किरण किरण को निरख नयन से, ओ किरण किरण को निरख नयन से, को जा मन में मगन। ज्योति बिंदु, ज्योति बिंदु, परमा